Rolls-Royce has talked about possibly expanding into SUVs. Will it happen?
Yeah, good morning. First of all, yes, and you already said that we had a fantastic year last year, a record year again, particularly in the North American market, a fantastic year. And yes, we are also, of course, mulling always new plans of what can be future models. And one of these ideas might be that project you just mentioned. There is no final decision yet on that, but we are making progress, and I think we come to a final decision here in 2015 where we either say yes or no.
Why would you ever say no? I think of Porsche, for example. Porsche, for decades known as a sports car company, several years ago decides, we're going to get into the SUV market. All of a sudden, the Cayenne outsells any other car Porsche has ever made. Why wouldn't Rolls-Royce want to follow the same path?
Can I just step in? Because I think that was a mistake on Porsche's part.
Yeah, but that's
horrible blasphemy.
Why?
Because,
Torsten,
look,
this is a philosophical
It was
debate.
already the most profitable car company in the world, and now it's just boosted its volume and cheapened its brand, in my opinion.
Has it, though?
Yes, putting a V8 in the front of a truck is not a Porsche.
Torsten,
it should be a Rolls-Royce, though. Look, Rolls-Royce has a history with this. You made a shooting brake back in the 30s and 40s, and Rolls-Royce customers deserve to ride higher on the road and rule over it rather than sitting below anyone else.
I mean, guys, let me answer that question from my side. Yes, of course, it is something where we first of all need to make sure that it is a proper Rolls-Royce. Yeah? Rolls-Royce is all about magic carpet ride, comfort levels never seen before, and various things which are important for the brand. And Rolls-Royce is also not by nature sport and not utility. So for that reason, if we do it perfect, and we do it in a non-compromised form, and we still have a couple of answers to answer ourselves. How do we do it if we really would do it in a very, very proper way? So the final decision is not yet here, but we are making progress into the right direction, as I said already. And yes, the segment in itself is highly, highly interesting. And that Porsche example, you can see it both ways, as a positive one. Somebody said maybe not the most positive one for the brand, but in general, I would say it was for them the right exercise. So why not doing that? And we have already done quite a lot of, let's say, experiments into the right direction with the brand Rolls-Royce. The car behind me, the Wraith, which is for the first time in history a fastback coupe, never seen before with the brand Rolls-Royce. The most powerful Rolls-Royce ever built, was also seen as being in a certain way revolutionary for the brand, but it was a big smash hit, and it was spot on. And many, and basically all of your colleagues said, what a great Rolls-Royce. And that is, of course, also something we would strive for if we would go into that direction.
I spent a week, Torsten, driving that Wraith, and it is on another level for cars, but of course it costs another level as well. The interesting thing I thought was it's got all of this incredible technology, night vision, so you can see if there's an animal or a child by the side of the road. It's got adaptive cruise control. It's got satellite-controlled automated gearbox that sees if you're coming to a corner and downshifts for you. Are you getting into the region of self-driving cars here? Are you going to be making a self-driving car soon?
I mean, we have invented self-driving cars already 111 years ago with chauffeurs. So for that reason, many of our customers do have anyhow chauffeurs. So for that reason, that is not a question which is really on top of the list of our customers. But I mean, let's put the kidding away. In principle, our customers would prefer human beings as their chauffeurs. And as many of our customers do anyhow have quite a substantial amount of cars in their garage, many of them also do have chauffeurs on their hands. So for that reason, that's something we anyhow have already. But if that technology really is getting more and more advanced in future, why not in a Rolls-Royce?
What do you consider luxury to be? You've got cars that cost over $1 million, so you're really in your own class. What do you think defines luxury? Who are your competitors, really?
I think our competitors are more in different areas. We are talking here not really car business. We are talking high-end luxury goods business, as you just said. That's absolutely right. All of our customers do have many cars already. Nobody needs a Rolls-Royce to come from A to B. It is where you sink yourself into a real luxurious piece of art. And what we offer, and that makes us so special, we offer a bespoke program which gives customers the chance to be really an integral part of creating a Rolls-Royce from the very first beginning onwards. You personalize and you really design your own personalized piece of art, a truly marvelous Rolls-Royce.
But how are you going to
incorporated into that car?
How are you going to keep that edge, though, in the high-end luxury market, whether we're talking about fine art or wine or yachts? Everyone has that bespoke luxury experience, and in order for you to keep this market, you've got to offer something different.
I think we are offering already something really different in that way. I think very few luxury brands can really say that they give customers the chance to involve themselves in the process of generating the project or the product. And that is something we can offer. You really need to come to Goodwood. Come to Goodwood and be part of a creational process between a customer and our designers. This is something you would never find in the world.
Torsten,
I accept.
Torsten, I know quite a few people, many in fact, who could afford a number of Rolls-Royces many times over. And what do they choose to drive? They choose to drive a Tesla, and they love it. Would Rolls-Royce, whose cars weigh upwards of 5,000 pounds, ever consider going A, all-electric, and B, lighter, with aluminum, for example, or carbon fiber?
By the way, our cars are all aluminium cars for good reasons. We are using space frame technology in combination with aluminium, of course. Also, many of our clients do anyhow have electric cars already in their garages. Many of our clients do own, for instance, a BMW i8. So this is an interesting field, and we have done also some experiments in that area already. You might remember the Phantom fully electric, which we had a couple of years ago, a one-off. But I think before we don't see an uncompromised version of that, we wouldn't bring that into the market. So far, we don't have seen any customer demand into that direction.